Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this, I would say, an impromptu stream covering Chelsea versus Norwich. It is. I never expected to be doing this stream tonight whatsoever, but circumstances suggested that to hell with it, why not? And I'm glad everybody can join us for this particular game. But more importantly, I can enjoy the fact that I've got a bit of a special guest, and there's a reasoning for this, and we'll go into that in a minute. But good evening, Daily Llama, or Linguistic Llama. How do you want to be called these days?
I think Llama's just as easy for everybody, to be honest.
Llama, there we are, done. So basically, when I decided to do this specific stream, I went on subscriptions and I saw that you were going to be streaming yourself. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Llama has his own channel, but it's in association with Elite FPL, and I want to let Llama do all the talking about that in 2 seconds. But what I want to do, everybody, is I want to reveal the team news for this specific Chelsea-Norwich game. I know people are going to be dying to find out what I did with my free hit team. Don't worry about that. We've got 45 minutes to be discussing what my free hit team was in the end, but let's just quickly go through what the specific team news is for Chelsea versus Norwich. The Chelsea team up on screen now. It is, well, Kepa in goal, obviously. Azpilicueta, Zuma, Rudiger, Alonso, Kovacic, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Willian, Giroud and Pulisic. So Giroud and Alonso do start, and guess who I brought in? As I explained on the stream earlier. And as for Norwich, no Pookie, but it's pretty much as you'd expect. Krul, Aarons, Godfrey, Close, Lewis, Tetty, McLean, Rupp, Cantwell, Hernandez and Rimic up front. So, yeah, Llama, so you are now doing your own YouTube channel. I've been watching your Call of Duty stream over the last hour or so, a bit of hardcore team deathmatch domination, all that malarkey. But you are going to be doing fantasy football content, but it is going to be in association with Elite FPL. And just to let everybody know, I'm only covering the first half because number one, I've got to get to bed, but number two, you guys can then jump onto onto Llama's stream. And Llama, tell us about your channel.
Yeah, so we spoke about it open and honestly, yourself, myself, and Jason. We wanted to just, or for me anyway, wanted to just ensure that our viewers, your viewers, the viewers, got all the content that they could possibly want. As you know, I can sometimes bring my own twist of it, which may involve a wee bit of swearing now and again, but I'm trying to stop that. But yeah, just, you know, so still working alongside you guys, still very much so wanting to be involved with Elite, and I will continue to be involved with Elite. We will create the leagues that we did this season, try and make them even bigger and better if we can for next season. And the only way that you'll be able to get involved in either or is if you're pretty much going via Elite and our Discord channel, you know? So really looking forward to it. Difference being is I've been wanting to do it for a while. I had to have a good think about it, but I didn't want to do it and it to be bad quality. So you, I know, came on board a few days ago when I was doing a test stream, helped me out a little bit with the audio and stuff like that. You certainly were taken aback by the graphics and stuff, as was Jason last night when I sent him over a quick kind of thing. Yep.
Let me just interject there, because for anybody that doesn't know, Jason has a very, 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 as you probably guessed, high standard of the screen presentation and just the presentation in general, because number one, it's his job, and number two, you want to look good. I'll be straight, everybody. The graphical presentation that Llama has got is stunning. I was blown away by it, and it really is top notch, and it really does align with what Elite FPL is going for, and with the future plans regarding yourself and Boona. I think that it's good to have distinguishing channels, but all within the same thing. It's like with just take WWE as an example. You've got the different style of shows, but it's the same product, but they've got unique styles of presentation. And you've got your presentation, Boona will have his, and obviously mine and Jason's would be the same. And I'm really looking forward to this whole setup that we're going to be pushing on into next season. This is just the stages, and for Charlie and anybody else that is listening in, that is correct. Once I finish at half time, so we're talking about 9 o'clock-ish, I'm hoping all you guys can then jump across to Llama's channel, which I'm sure Llama can put into the chat for a link, and then you guys can then help Llama for his test stream, but while covering the Chelsea versus Norwich game. And most people I'm saying sigh because he's just mentioned it, but most people are asking Llama what your channel's called.
If you just search for Linguistic Llama on YouTube, I'm pretty certain you'll find that there is only one Linguistic Llama there.
Yeah, I'm
Just
sure
got to
somebody will
commend
be
you,
able to...
Steve, that five minutes in and you've already started talking about WWE. So fair play to you, you're keeping up the standard.
So something that I don't actually watch nowadays. But no, I'm really excited for the future of the next
Definite.
few months that are coming into play and everything. And all that aside, everybody, let's talk about this Chelsea game. I did my prediction show earlier on. I'm thinking that it's going to be a minimum of 3 goals to Chelsea. I've gone a maximum of 4. I think so, 3 to 4 goals. Can Norwich score? Of course they can, but I think I just think Norwich are absolutely useless. They scored 1 goal out of 5 or 6 matches during this Project Restart. Llama, your thoughts on this specific game?
Do you know what? I know everyone's swamped to get their Chelsea players in and stuff like that. Have you got any Steve-O history, or do you want me to do some Stevie history?
You speak. I just want to load up see
So
if the
when
game's loaded up yet.
So we know the game earlier in the season at home, Norwich were at home, Chelsea won 3-2. But when you start looking at Chelsea versus Norwich at home, it's a lot closer. You've got a couple of 1-1 draws, Chelsea winning by a goal. So I don't think there's going to be much in this at all. So if anything, Chelsea might edge it. But if they are, it's only going to be a goal. So if you're wanting to pin me to the wall, Steve-O, I would go for 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea.
I think they're just going. I think Chelsea will pip it. I don't think it'll be a riot. But then you know what my predictions are like.
Despite the fact that the way Lampard was looking very, very disappointed with the game against Sheffield United, you don't think they're going to take advantage of the fact they're at home? Norwich are absolutely useless.
I think Norwich will take advantage of the fact that Chelsea were absolute dire. You know, like Chelsea aren't a Man City. When Man City, you know, earlier in the season got defeated, they went out the next game and ran riot. I can't see Chelsea doing that. Hey, you know, like anything, I could be stood to be corrected here, and we'll see that play out. Albeit I'm about a minute behind everybody else, but hey, who cares? But I don't know. We shall see.
We shall see indeed. So
I'm hoping it's a low-scoring game.
Well, I'm not, and you'll see why in about 2 seconds, because everybody's now going to be wanting to see what my free hit team is, and it's pretty much what I said I was going to do, depending on the team used, and I've done it. I went with a 3-4-3 in the end. I got rid of what the hell is this? Okay, this is peculiar. What's going on here? Okay, the screen that's come up is... Oh, of course. Ha! Oh my god! Oh, I just had a heart attack. For people wondering what the hell I'm laughing at, so I've hit the My Team screen thinking that was the team for points. It's not, obviously. That's not the free hit team. That's my next team. Christ almighty. Right then, my free hit team is this. Right, in a 3, a 2, a 1, go. Flaming heart attack then. Right then, so it's a 3-4-3. I went with Edison in goal. It's pretty much Giroud in for Antonio. So Edison in goal, Digne, Alonso, Wan-Bissaka. So I got rid of Trent Alexander-Arnold simply because I just... certain patterns that I've been looking at, I don't expect him to return against Arsenal. Wan-Bissaka, Pulisic, Sterling. Now, I got Sterling in the end. I decided to go with Sterling. I just thought if I could get Sterling in, I'll be happy with that, and I did it. So Sterling, Salah captain, Fernandes, Giroud, Ings, now Jesus. On the bench, just in case, Egan and Lamperty. But none of them are going to come on whatsoever, touch wood. But, yeah, Salah captain. Now, this fascinates me, Llama, because Davey FPL was doing his stream, and he was all set to do Jesus captain, but he went Salah captain as well. Stevie Jackson, he's gone Salah captain. Now, I'm not going to name the individual, but another person that went Salah captain has done really badly with their captain choices. So I just saw their tweet and I was just, oh, no. But Llama, what do you think about my captaincy on Salah? And Llama seems to have disappeared, and I have no idea why he's disappeared whatsoever. Oh, there he is. He seems to have dropped out of the waiting room. Let's bring him back in. Laura, I was just saying, what do you think about my captaincy on Salah?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what just happened then, but this Discord of mine just completely froze, and I think it was after you threw a hissy fit when you didn't realise what you were looking at, and I thought, go and remind everyone how long you've been playing this game for and what tab you should be clicking in. But yeah, as you say, Davey, I think's went Salah captain as well. He's now been classed as a casual player now on Twitter, which I found hilarious, which I just seen just before I joined. I can see why you've done it. There's a lot of people punting on City this week. But no, I think your free hit team looks pretty decent, to be fair.
The rule of thumb
rubbish.
I always go with is if you don't know who to captain, just captain Salah. And I had no real... I mean, of all those options in my team there, it was either going to be Pulisic, Sterling or Salah, one of those three. And I just thought Arsenal are absolutely pants. I can't see Sterling repeating a double-digit haul again. Well, I can see him doing it, but I just think, you know what it's like with fate. It's just kind of like with Antonio, for example. He's got his goals now. That's all happened in one game. And Norwich, based on Suj's comments on Planet FPL, said they're absolutely useless. So they just basically gifted Antonio the goals. To be honest with you, there was only just a couple of decisions that I was making with this specific team. Like I said, it was pretty much based on this Chelsea team news. If Alonso was going to start, I was going to bring him in for Azpilicueta. Other than that, bringing in Giroud ahead of Antonio, I felt was certainly a must-do as well, to be honest with you. Just have three... Because at the end of the day, Chelsea have got a decent fixture. Man City, of course. People are saying Man United have got a decent fixture. Let's talk to you about last night's game. You were on with Jason last night. Southampton.
Do we need to talk about it?
We do indeed, because I predicted a tight game with Southampton. I said 2-1 to United. It was going that way all the way until like the last minute when Southampton popped up. I'm not going to lie, I was lying in bed. I was just listening to the stream and I just smiled because sometimes I feel.
I'm glad you finished that sentence with "I just smiled" whilst lying in bed.
I just felt justified in my thinking. I do pride myself on my predictions.
Yeah, you are usually spot on. Yeah,
Southampton are no mugs. And they're playing really well at the moment. United look really, defensive-wise, they looked really, really sloppy, right? Really bad. And yeah, your thoughts as a United fan?
United just didn't capitalise on anything. You know, like Rashford missed two absolute sitters, if memory serves me right. I was watching the game, but I'm not going to lie, some parts of it I was just drifting off.
There was an opportunity at the end, wasn't there, where Martial put him through and he hit McCarthy's leg?
Yeah. He also had one that, right across pretty much across the goal line. Martial.
Oh, Daily. It's normally me with the Llama. Are you there? Hopefully we get Llama back in a second because it's. I do want to hear his thoughts on United now. Oh, by the way, thank you, Zapped. Right, that's brilliant. Zap YA, you've just gone and helped me a lot. So what I like to do with a lot of people is I like to ask them to be able to help me put up screenshots from the official Twitter accounts of the Chelsea or Norwich match, just to give an idea of what's going on. We're about to kick off. This is obviously the players up doing a bit of warm-up. We're about to kick off any minute now. Daily Llama seems to have dropped off for a second, but we'll have him back any minute now. But yeah, I've got three players, like I've said, in this particular fixture: Alonso, Giroud, and Pulisic. My initial transfer thoughts before I was going to hit the free hit was Pulisic in for Antonio, and I was probably going to captain Pulisic. But I just looked at my team at the time, and I was just thinking, nah, there's too many risky options in my team. I'm not particularly that happy. There's too many options for this particular game. There's no other better time to play my specific free hit between now. Well, there's only 3 game weeks left, and this was probably, for me, my own point of view, the best time to free hit. And I went with it, and I'm happy with it. I'm going to be doing my triple captaincy on the final day of the season. Let's bring back the Daily Llama. Let's just bring it back. Let's just... oh, now it's disappeared. Llama seems to be having some tech issues, bizarrely, which is unusual for Llama, considering he is the tech king. But it seems like Norwich are starting off brightly. They've been on the attack at the moment, and they're on the attack now. Rudiger, holding off one of the Norwich players, passes it on to Kepa. Kepa clears it out onto Willian. Willian back to Alonso, and they're just going to play it around now. I think they're just going to keep the game, just tidy up a bit here, just slow it down, and hopefully they'll be able to start controlling the game. Let's bring Llama back on. Llama, what's going on with your tech, mate? It seems to be all failing on you at the moment.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Hold on a minute, we've got Cantwell on the right-hand side taking on number 5. That's what I'm going to call players now, by their numbers. I think it was Drimmich there trying to take on.
I think that's what I've been told to start doing, but only because I can't pronounce half the names. I'll just stick to like my Wander Weldums of the world for Liverpool, and Aspa Kawela later be a goal or something.
You were telling us about Man United yesterday. Let's just move aside from that. Let's move on to Crystal Palace game on Thursday evening. Tell us your thoughts on that particular fixture.
Yeah, again, I can't see that being like an absolute goal fest. I think United will win it, but if they are going to win it, again, it'll probably be a low kind of game, low scoring game, I should say. Maybe like 2-0, 2-1, something like that to United. What about you? Where's your head been at? With
I actually predicted exactly the same as you. I'm going with a 2-0 victory to United. Right. Crystal Palace, I mean, again, touch wood, they can't score. And I think that after that disaster last night, they need to win. And I think it'll be back to basics. But one of the questions, and I agree that there's a chance that, hold on a minute, Azpilicueta swings the ball into the box. Oh, there's a header there by Loftus Cheek. It pretty much goes past Krul's post. So,
sorry, I was just laughing at you trying to pronounce names. I thought it was just me. Maybe I've just tarred you with the pronunciation brush or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about Greenwood. I mean, last night he wasn't in the game at all. I don't even think he touched the ball, to be honest with you. Your thoughts on Greenwood starting? Because I don't think he will against Crystal Palace.
See, the thing is that with, and this is just my opinion, but with the likes of your Martials, your Rashfords, your Greenwoods, Bruno Fernandes, they've been playing really well, and United still need to finish in that top 4. So that's another reason why I'll take a draw. As a United fan, I would take this game tonight as a draw. To spur United on to try and get that 3rd, 4th place. So, I can understand what people are saying, but the way Ollie is, he's going to pretty much keep that first team, I reckon. Greenwood might be the one that he kind of leaves on the bench or whatever, but I think they'll be quite happy to keep full strength as best they can. Just out of interest, what's the turnaround at the end of the season into next?
September the 12th is the proposed date to be coming back.
So
we're talking. Hold on a minute here. Alonso swinging in the ball. Oh, if only there was Willian or Giroud a bit more further, closer to the goal. That was a beautiful cross-in, very, very dangerous. Oh, that would have been a beautiful Alonso-Giroud combination. Hold on a minute here, Llama, we've got some Azpilicueta. Now he's on the edge of the box. Can he find somebody? No. Hold on a minute, Loftus-Cheek now. He's in the middle of puts in a ball itself. It's now gone out for a corner. So Chelsea have got a corner. He will stay with the action just briefly. But that was a very, very dangerous cross from Alonso. Very dangerous indeed. After that initial attack from Norwich in the opening minute or so, Chelsea are now controlling the game. Now William's going to be taking the corner. He's going to whip it in. Can he get somebody heading on? No, it's been cleared away by Norwich. Aspilicueta pulls it back out to somebody. Where are you in the Cash Mini League, Llama?
I don't
James
think I'm in
Bagnets.
any leagues. I think I had like a few weeks ago. I had like a kind of rage quit. But I think it's 8037. 8037. I think it's my number.
I don't know. I can't do that on screen, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I can't do. Oh, so you? Oh, what a shame.
Oh, if you go to the, you'll see what I've done. If you go to the Champions League, because it's still there, I believe.
Oh, in the Discord.
And then just go down the bottom, you'll see my team and that in there. I'll have a quick look now though, just to make your life a bit easier.
Yeah,
I love it.
If you put it into
viewers
team
are just
screen.
viewers are just sat there, kind of like, yeah, this is really interesting, just seeing you scrolling. But yeah, it gives it. In fact, what I'll do is I'll post it in Discord. Yeah, that's probably the easiest thing.
Put it into
out of
team
all my-
screenshots. But
Yeah, it gives 2 seconds, and I'll drop it there.
what I like to do, everybody, is I always like to see the runners and riders within our Cash Mini League, see what they've done, and yeah, I'm very interested to see what some of the top players done. I know Zimmy's here at the moment. Let's just find out in a minute. But Chelsea on the attack at the moment, swung out to Willian. Willian going down on the sprint, puts in an early ball, and it's gone out for a throwing on the right-hand side. I think that is close. Yeah, close seems to have put in a couple of blocks at the moment. So it is going to be a throwing to Chelsea. And while we wait for Llama to put up his team in team screenshots, I'm going to just quickly look over some of the teams in the the James Bang Cash Mini League. Certainly the runners and riders top, and Aspilicueta is going to take the throw-in, but he's basically thrown it to one of the Norwich players who rightfully clear it, and now Norwich will be on the attack. I'll tell you what, Norwich are actually looking like they're enjoying themselves. Someone did mention it. Are you worried that Norwich may be a bit more free-flowing? Possibly, but I think Chelsea have got too much strength to, too much quality to be denied a win here. But Zimmy, 7,000th in the world, an absolute stunning rank. He's gone Giroud captain. Edison, Wan-Bissaka, Fredericks, Van Dijk. So the team as it was last week, but Giroud captain. I know you're there, Zimmy. What made you go with Giroud? Is it just the fact that you want to get the captaincy out the way with an easy fixture? Let us know in chat. What's what? Yeah, Lewis, try not. I don't really want people putting anything in team screenshots today because I'm not really looking at people's teams per se. I'm only really wanting team screenshots or screenshots specifically from the match itself, and Zapt YA is doing that for me. But let's bring up Llama's team, and Llama will be on screen in, we're coming to be able to discuss his team in a minute regarding what he's done. But up on screen now is Llama's team. He's gone with a Sterling captaincy, De Bruyne captaincy, Pope in goal, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Doherty, Martial, Mahrez, Fernandes, Foden, De Bruyne captain, Calvert-Lewin and Greenwood. I'm surprised he's not playing. I am actually surprised he's not playing the Wolves assets against Burnley. Certainly Saiss. I mean, he's got Doherty. But it's a very, very difficult decision. But Calvert-Lewin, I would have played Jimenez over Greenwood personally. And probably, to be honest with you, Saiss against Burnley ahead of Calvert. Everton in general are looking awful, and I'm expecting that to be a very boring 0-0 game personally. The tempo of this game seems to have slowed down a bit. Rudiger just pumped the ball up to Alonso. Can Alonso find somebody? No, he can't. It's been blocked by the Norwich defence. That's by Aarons. Alonso with a quick throw. and it's been cut out, and now Norwich are trying to be on the attack again, but it's been a bit of a heavy challenge on Loftus-Cheek by Rupp. So Rupp's just gone in heavy on Loftus-Cheek, but he's fine. No worries at all with that whatsoever. Llama's just dropped off. I don't know where he's going for that. Evening Tobias, welcome pal. FPL Fozzie saying he did Salah to Sterling. Really? Salah to Sterling. Ooh. Lewis, I'm not taking callers. No, I'm not. I'm only covering the game, to be honest with you. I'm only really wanting Llama on for tonight only. But hold on a minute here. Azpilicueta puts it in for Giroud. Oh, what a beautiful tackle there. Was that close on Giroud? Completely cuts out the cross there. Great challenge. But I believe it was close on Giroud. Very dangerous cross again by Azpilicueta. They are really looking for low balls into the box. Surprisingly, I thought it would be a bit more high balls. Let's bring on Llama again. Llama, you're back. We were just discussing your team, mate.
Were you ripping right into it, were you?
Well, I wasn't ripping into it, but there was a few decisions there that I'm surprised you went with. I personally would have just benched Calvert-Lewin and put in Jimenez. I would have benched Greenwood and played Sai. So really, I would have gone with a 4-5-1 formation, specifically with your team. But tell us your thoughts behind why you're playing Calvert-Lewin, Greenwood, and the captaincy on Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, so in all honesty, kind of what you've said is kind of where my head was at anyway. Now, looking at what's going about on Twitter and what all the in-the-knows are saying, the chances are that Jimenez and Saiss are probably going to end up coming on anyway. So I think...
Why do you say that? And who do you think they'll come on for?
I think, so there could be potentials there, couldn't there, that the likes of your Mahrez's or Greenwoods don't play at all? And if that's the case, then that's when your Jimenez's and your Saisses are going to come on. De Bruyne, I was just trying to go again, like he was fairly quiet considering how convincingly City won that last game. I can't see that happening 2 games running. So I think if De Bruyne starts, then, for me, is a decent captain shout. I can't see Sterling doing it back to back. Did it earlier on in the season and then done nothing for about 10 game weeks. But yeah, so that's kind of where my head was at, mate. Hey, listen, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You'll just... whatever will happen.
Yeah, he hasn't... does it concern you that he hasn't actually scored a goal in... assisted a goal in 9 matches? It's just mad, isn't it?
Who's that?
De Bruyne.
Yeah, no, I know. And I can't... But that's the thing, I can't see that barren run lasting. But what would be great is if it's him that does start gaining some points this game week, and Sterling does absolutely nothing. I'd be quite happy with that.
What are you expecting from that game, score-wise?
Probably like a 3-0, something like that.
3-0.
And I'm hoping that De Bruyne's all over it. Jesus, I think, is a decent pick. Foden, I like having Foden in my team because he's not scared about getting in that 18-yard box and finishing. So, and Mahrez is always one of those kind of outside ones. Listen, at the end of the day, there's a few game weeks left. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm just doing squad rotation just the same as the rest of the managers now, just for the sake of it. But hey, 1.6 million down to 400,000. I'll take that in 4 game weeks.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same as you. Myself and you have actually had a decent start to the Project Reset. And talking of decent starts to the Project Reset, I made the point earlier on about a certain individual winning the Champions League. Hold on a minute. Norwich on the attack here. The ball's whipped in. Oh, Cantwell there. If only he was a foot taller, would have got to that. The ball crossed in again by Norwich. Has been headed away. Back onto another one of the Norwich players, and now it's just being played back. Would it be?
Yeah, I should start my PC more often. I seem to be bang up to date now for the minutes here.
Norwich are just playing it back, and it's come to nothing. Yeah, can you tell us really about the winner of the Elite FPL Champions League?
Our very own Resi Desi.
Yes.
Andrew, well done to him. 96 managers we had in that competition to start with. And it was made up, as you know, pretty much everyone from, well, not everyone, obviously, but a good chunk of our own Discord members were in that to begin with.
Hold on, 2 seconds, Llama. Willian on the attack here on the right-hand side. He's pulled it back. Now, the ball whipped across into Alonso's feet. Alonso, he's going to try and cross it in, hopefully. Will he get the offer in? No, he gets it onto Pulisic. Pulisic holding off play here. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Pulisic has changed his number, has he? Pulisic changed his shirt number to 17. I thought he was number 22. Alonso with an effort. Blaming Nora.
What's happened there in the box? Who's that that's went down?
That was Pulisic. He's limping. He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, Pulisic is 22.
He's 22. Who the hell's number 7?
No, Kovacic.
They all look the same with these haircuts.
I can't say nothing. My hair's into my shoulders now.
This is what you come to Elite FPL for. Brilliant in-depth analysis and commentary on players that we don't have a clue. But sorry, you were saying about Resi Desi winning and the amount of people that participate in the Champions League, my friend.
Yeah, so as I say, 96 people. The majority of those people were made up from members in our own Discord, quite rightly so, and that's what it'll be like going into next season. We then made up the numbers by having people from various streaming platforms that are on the tubes and on the socials. I won't name names, but we all know who they were. But quite well renowned, well known. One of which was Block FPL, who also made it to the final.
Yeah.
So we had Block FPL up against our very own Resi Desi. Resi Desi ended up winning it. I now need to get the trophy posted over to Ireland. James Bang will also sort Resi Desi out with that side of it.
Just remember he's got the minute here. The ball put into Alonso. He chested it down. Go on, Alonso. Well,
there's nothing happening there.
Someone's been ruled out for
handball there.
Is it a handball, is it?
Yeah.
I love the Alonso shot after that. Completely
yeah.
Skied it. Pity's sake. Is that handball? Oh, come off it.
A defender's effort at goal is what that was.
I mean, that there. I mean, to punish him for that, I think that's very harsh. I mean, it's not exactly in an unnatural position, is it? He just jumped up to block the ball. It is upper shoulder.
Yeah.
To penalise him, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a bit harsh. But now Chelsea are going to try and get on the counter. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, Llama, but Norwich aren't exactly looking like whipping boys, specifically in this game. Chelsea
No, they're not. And I think that's the thing with Norwich is that they can steal a goal from a corner kick or free kick, whatever the case may be, with your Cantwells, etc. I'm not really quite sure what the script is with Norwich, but I would imagine with the likes of a Pookie missing, are they not naturally going to set up more defensively anyway? And that's the
I don't understand why he drops
kind of setup that will frustrate a Chelsea and then Norwich to nick something. That's how I see it. All right, I thought possibly, he'd had a knock or something that I wasn't aware of or something like that. Because, why would you not play him?
Farkas seems to have benched Pulisic, Pookie quite a lot. I have no idea why. Is he just not fitting a system that he wants to play? I have no idea, but I don't understand why you'd bench one of your supposed better players, a player that scored the majority of your goals, albeit they've dried up. I think that's
when you were talking earlier, Steve-O, about this game and about it potentially could be like a Chelsea riot, and I wasn't seeing it like that. I think the other thing that I had in my head was the fact that Norwich are down now. That's them done. So I think there could be that pride element as well. They ain't want to go. They've already been kicking the nuts by getting relegated. So the last thing they want is to get relegated and lose like their last 3 games, like 5, 6, 7, nothing.
Giroud's in here at the moment. Oh, Llama there. Giroud with a very tame effort. The ball floated across. come over, down, gets on his chest.
He might as well have just handed the ball to Cruelly, or he hit it with that much effort.
I think that there is the opportunity that teams like, if Chelsea score it, Norwich heads go down, and it's just a case of how many. But when players like Giroud don't put it away, for me, it gives the opposition more confidence that, hold a minute, if he ain't putting that away, we may have a chance here to get something. And
that's I totally agree with you. But I also think that Norwich won't want to be, well, I was going to say won't want to be relegated. Tough shit, you already are relegated. But they won't want to go down getting battered
that's
for the last 3 game weeks. That's what I'm saying.
Llama.
Yeah. Yeah, don't play the Call of Duty videos and try and give me a £1 swear jar, by the way.
In the Discord, your friend and a friend of the show, Fire Talk, that helped you with the Champions League, he did his free hit. In fact, he said it was me that encouraged him to do the free hit. And yet,
have you noticed that FPL's a blame game now?
Well, he's the reason why I did my free hit, because when I heard him last night, I was just like, you know what? It actually makes sense for me to do my free hit personally, because he's still got his bench boost, hasn't he, as well? And Cantwell now dribbling it forward. It's come to nothing. So this is Firetog's free hit. Let's just quickly go through for people in the audio. We've got De Gea in goal, Doherty, Alonso, Digne, Martial, Sterling, Salah, Pulisic, Foden, Giroud, captain, Jesus. I know he's here. He said in chat that any punts that he does always seem to fail. That I've just seen a replay of that Giroud chance. A player with quality should be doing a lot better. But the Giroud captaincy, your thoughts on the overall team is very, very nice. It looks very similar to my normal team. But what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, there's a lot of teams that are pretty much of a muchness, I would say, this game week. People have got pretty much the same variations of players and the same kind of amount of players as well, from your Man Cities, your Chelseas, etc. Listen, if you want, yourself, if you want to make moves in FPL, you've got to stick your captain armband somewhere different. And that's the way I prefer to play the game. It's easy to say, but do you know what I mean? I get more enjoyment out of, like, if I was Firetog the now and Giroud goes out and scores 4 goals, he'll be sitting well happy with himself because he took that risk to captain Giroud. Now, if Giroud was to fail, then, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think it's a ballsy move, but it's a good move. I'm all for that. I'm all for managers playing it that way, because one thing that I'll guarantee you, right, and there'll be Discord members that'll be thinking, shit, he's hit that on the money, or potentially not. But I'll guarantee you, out of the 7 million people that are playing FPL, there's a massive chunk of them going on Twitter and all the rest of it, and basically building teams around what they're seeing on Twitter, and then claiming to be really good FPL managers, when in actual fact, you've pretty much been told who to pick, and all you're doing is pressing the button. I just think there's so many people like that. Why be the sheep? Do you know what I mean? You got to be a bit like how Buna was earlier on in the season. Play your game that way. Play your own game, as Wiz would say. But play it the way like Buna played it. Stop being the sheep and just be the wolf for a change, and actually go for the jugular and just rip it up. And look what's happened to Buna. So things like that.
Talking of Buna, that's a good point. Just a quick one from yourself here. So for everybody, just to let you know, we're at a drinks break, and I'll ask you about that in a second. We're at the drinks break, just to let everybody know that after this particular fixture, after I go off air at 9 o'clock, like I said, I'm only covering the first half. Llama, that's with me at the moment, he will be covering the second half, and I highly, highly, highly recommend that you help him out by going over to his YouTube channel, The Linguistic Llama. It's on screen at the moment. Or more to the point, I've just put the page in the chat, and I want to see as many people as you guys to go to his channel and help him with his test stream covering the second half of the Chelsea.
That's if my PC holds up.
Yeah. It'll be
Steve,
fine.
do you want to just go and boot up your laptop again, please, mate? Because I'm absolutely dying on my arse here.
Mr. Blue Mathan making a point. I've got some, Fire Tog making the point here. In response to you talking about Giroud captaincy and his miss, Mr. Blue, Nathan saying that miss may have been the moment that solidified Giroud's 2 points. Did you get him in, Mr. Blue Nathan, despite the fact that I said I was going to be bringing him in? I want to see, actually, who Boona... like I say, I respect what Boona does a lot based on everything you just said. He does go a bit, not quite maverick. But while I'm doing that, your thoughts on this drink break? Because I did think last night that when Man United had momentum last night, it was a case of they scored a goal, then it was just, right, we're going for drinks, and that's when the whole momentum was lost. And go for it. What do you think of these drinks breaks?
You can see why they've done it, and I think it's it's disappointing because, like you say, last night it was United that had the momentum. Tonight, it could have been Chelsea for argument's sake. It wasn't, but everyone's aware of it. And if it happens to be your team that's got the momentum, then it's just a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Health and safety wise, welfare wise, I can totally get why they're doing it. So you kind of just got to take it on the chin, haven't you? But you're right. It's kind of like how to total slow play up. But it is what it is.
We got Boona's team up on screen at the moment. He went with Sterling captaincy, Llama. And hold on a minute here. Alonso's going to put in a ball in the cross. A ball
in the cross.
He's going to cross the ball in. It got to Pulisic. Pulisic hit it, but it just went into the side netting. I'll tell you what, Alonso, very, very, very active on that left-hand side. Everything seems to be going through him.
Yep. And guess who I took out my team this week? Alonso. Yep, that's right, Llama. Yep, you took Alonso out your team. Yeah, well done, pal.
That's not such a bad thing. I don't think it's that bad of a
nah.
takeout. Like I say, your team's all right. To be fair, it's not too bad whatsoever. I mean, so far this game, I have to say, it's been quite enjoyable. To be fair, we're at the 27-minute mark. It's not been too bad. I just think we need a goal. And Drezera says he's linked his channel on YouTube, Linguistic Llama, and the artwork was done by one of his friends, I believe. Llama.
It was, yeah. Dre's mate, Hero. Yeah, Hero. Yeah, it was him that done it.
Pyro.
So much appreciated. No, and it's first class. Super. Well, you've seen it. A lot of people have seen it, I should say.
Yeah, and I highly recommend that you guys do check out Llama's test stream. I mean, what do you want to call it, Llama? Tell us about what specific you'll be doing in this second half stream.
So this just what we're doing now. I will probably get some of the lads and girls, if there are any girls there. Where's Jane these days, Steve-O? Get them in and just have a blether and just go through the second half, to be honest, whilst I'm fiddling about, swapping scenes and all that type of stuff. To be honest, I'm not going to do a lot of mucking about. For me, it's more about even if I've got myself as an example and say you chatting like how we're chatting now, and then have 2 or 3 people watching it to go through audio with us. That's really what it's about for me. So if there's a few people there that can help me out audio-wise, like what you did the other night there, then that would be much appreciated. But in terms of everything else, I think it looks not too bad. So yeah, just generally just chill out and just have a laugh. It's the Linguistic Llama Lounge, is what I'm calling it. And
sorry.
He's total fluffed his feet.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was just trying to look for a screenshot, and as I was doing so, I'm looking up, and Giroud's got his head in his hands. I've just seen the replay. Ball coming in from Azpilicueta. And it came to... I mean, tell us about that. He just kicked the floor.
Honestly, see, like my dad, right? See, I used to get leathered when I was younger off my dad for missing shit like that when I was at school playing in football games and stuff.
Go on! Oh, he's fallen over. I mean, for goodness sake, he's fallen over closer. He seemed to have put his foot into Closer's right leg. He's wriggling around in pain at the moment. Oh, for crying out loud! Man.
I'm just catching up with you now. Oh my God, what is he doing?
I mean, there's no maliciousness in that.
No.
Literally, he's just fallen over, hasn't he?
Yeah, it would look like it. I don't really want to pass comment because I've done that before on a live stream and said, "Oh, just get up, you know, what you doing?" Blah blah blah, and then the guy'd actually snapped his leg.
And now the medical team are on.
I'll just stay a wee bit reserved.
So he just seems to have lost his foot, and he tried to trap the ball, didn't he? And then he's just basically just fallen over, and unfortunately for Closer, he's come on the wrong side of it. Unfortunately,
that's probably ligament damage, if anything. I think it looks like his knee.
Well, Closer, one of the key players for Norwich at the moment. And I must say, like you said, regarding the freedom that Norwich are having at the moment, that they do seem to be a bit more, you know what, let's just enjoy ourselves. And I do think that that's a bit of a middle finger to the fans, to be honest with you. I do think, like, hold on a minute here, why don't you play like this during the whole season?
Yeah, I take that point on board. Yeah, it's like, yeah, play like this when we're already relegated. Thanks for that. You know what I mean? I'd be a bit miffed off. And a new record as well, I was hearing. The first team that, Norwich are the first team that's been promoted and relegated 5 times.
Oh, right, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So tomorrow, just to let everybody know, Jason will be covering the second halves of the 6 o'clock kickoffs. But just to let everybody know, the Man City game is on Pick TV versus Bournemouth, and the Burnley game is on the BBC. So what will probably happen is that there's a chance that I will probably do a members only video for the first halves of Burnley Wolves and Man City Bournemouth. Don't quote me on that, but there's a chance that could happen. And then Jason will go live for the majority of people. I'll ask you straight, Llama, your thoughts on myself and Jason moving more forward with the members only content. And Llama's disappeared. He's disappeared again. Llama, you there? No, he's disappeared. Okay. Thank you, Zapt YA, for that picture there. Mark Hayos saying, nice to see you with a decent mic. I've had a decent mic for a long time, to be fair. It's just that I got, as Llama was saying, I just got the audio levels right, to be honest with you, and it's more in front of me. I've got a bit of a slight different setup with the way I sit now. Beforehand, it's essentially just a shelving unit. Hold on a minute, the ball switched out to Alonso. A dangerous cross, go on! And it's Giroud backheeled into Willian. Well, we passed it back to Giroud for whatever reason, and Norwich clear away. That was really bad. I'll tell you what, the way this is going at the moment, this is almost like a 0-0. Just Chelsea cannot seem to take their chances whatsoever. Very frustrating. Yeah, Mr. Easy, saying about Llama turning up for the second half. Yeah, he will do. Alonso again, trying to get the ball in. It's been blocked by Cantwell, and it's gone out for a Chelsea corner. But yeah, essentially I've got a new setup with my thing now. So the shelving that I use to hold everything up, I've now, rather than having it horizontal wise, it's now parallel to me, so I've got a bit more leg room, and I feel a lot more comfortable. Now William with the corner, whips it in, and it's a dangerous effort. Go on! Oh, I think it was Rudiger that got to head to it. It flipped over, and then Loftus-Cheek with an effort. So the ball was whipped in. Let's just see here. No, it came on to number 28, whoever that was. So the ball whipped in. I think that's Azpilicueta, and then it landed onto Loftus-Cheek. And now the ball is in the Norwich half. They finally clear it, but Chelsea back on the attack again. What's going on here? So Chelsea playing it back. It's on to Rudiger, Zuma, Loftus-Cheek out to Alonso. Alonso will probably pay back into Kepa. Yep, that's right. That's exactly what he done. Played it all the way back to Kepa. Let's see if Llama... there he is there. Let's hope you're not having these problems on your streamer, Llama.
And all the people are always Chelsea cannot score a goal at all. Oh,
Well, this
geez.
is...
ASMR and myself then.
What's going on here, Llama,
Let's
with
go
Chelsea?
that.
They just seem to not being able to put away their chances at the moment.
What the hang just happened then? They should have buried that. I tell you what, this could go on like this for 70 minutes and then Norwich just run up the other end, Cuban cigar and
Pulisic hitting the crossbar. Oh, Llama, you'll be able to see that in 2 seconds. The ball crossed in by, I think, Rudiger, number 2. It landed to Pulisic. He had an effort. It's just at the crossbar.
It was a good turn, actually. He's unlucky there with that. That was a decent shot.
It's a save.
To be fair.
Who saved it?
Was that a save?
Yeah, he got his hand to it. It's a corner, Willian. And it's in. No, it's not. Oh, is that Rudiger?
Oh, no, it was.
Zuma.
Yeah,
It was Zuma. Zuma with a header there. And it's just gone wide.
Oh.
Chelsea are looking for it. I mean, I can only see one winner in. Norwich have had nothing, but
Yeah.
they're holding on, aren't they?
No, they are, and that's it. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, was that it could be like this for the majority of the game, and then Norwich run up the other end with a Cuban cigar in one hand, a daiquiri in the other, and go, Cantwell goes, thanks very much, 19 yards.
Pulisic. Trying to find Pulisic there. Quick crossing by Willian. Firetog making a funny point. I'm sorry, I've broken Chelsea. So have I, mate. And in fact, somebody asked me earlier about predicting the points for my team. I'm expecting from this free hit between 70 and 80 points personally. But I then also predicted what my original team would get, and I was expecting about 61, 62, so not much difference.
Are you going to run the comparison?
I will do in the end. But hold on a minute here. Pulisic in the box. Pulls it out to Alonso. Alonso tries to put it in quickly, but it's been blocked out again by Aarons. It's gone out for another corner. I think this is the seventh corner, maybe 5 or 6 corners that Chelsea have had. Willian, of course, is going to take it. Can they capitalise on this? Willian puts it in, and it's been headed away. Comes out to Kovacic, I think that is. Kovacic will play it back out to Willian. Willian, will he get an early crossing? No, he won't. It's on to Pulisic, and then it's just been broken down. Cantwell will be able to clear it, take it away. But Alonso harassing him. Can Alonso get it back? No, he can't. Cantwell pulls it out to, I believe that's Hernandez. And it's all just broken down, a bit of sloppy play here or there. Chelsea back on the attack again. Number 17, Kovacic, out to Azpilicueta, I believe, back to Kovacic. They're going to try and break it. Kovacic swings that ball across over to Willian. Willian on the left-hand side at the moment. Can they capitalise on their domination on attack? Willian out to Alonso. Alonso with an effort, and it's just floated way, way over the cross. Oh, yeah, linguistic Llama again seems to be constantly cutting out, but it doesn't matter. Who was it? Mr. Tyster, wasn't it? Asking about the membership. So basically, if you want to become a member, I'll go on to that in a minute, because we do have... it's a corner for Chelsea, whipped in by Willian. Can they get a goal? No, they can't. Can they get anything from it? No, they cannot. Let's bring on Llama again. Hello, Llama. Are you back? Yes, you are. Excellent. You seem to be having mic issues. You were just saying in the chat there.
That's why I just posted it in the chat, because, as I say, I was on the stream last night with Jason and everyone. No issues whatsoever for about 2 and a bit hours.
Well, it's the Steve-O curse, isn't it?
And tonight it's just I'm in and out like the dusty bluebells here. However, it is what it is. I know, and I know you'll be sitting there seething through your teeth, but I apologise.
No,
I really don't know what's
don't worry,
happening.
I can talk all day, as you know. Pulisic is being held back. Come on, Aaron's holding Pulisic back there. Not quite as bad as what happened last night to Fernandez. I can't remember who it was. It was Ward-Prowse holding onto and thinking. It wasn't quite as bad as that. But Zuma on the ball at the moment. Probably pay it out to... No, he doesn't. He plays it onto Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek plays it back. Onto Rudiger, I believe that is. Rudiger should be out to Pulisic. Alonso a bit more central at the moment. I know, back out to Zuma. So actually, the player I've been called Rudiger is actually Zuma, and the player that I've been called Zuma is Giroud with an effort. That was tame.
That's what I love about us at Elite. You know what I mean? Like it's consistent. That's the thing. We are consistent in the delivery of bad pronunciation and not even knowing who the player is.
Well, to be fair, I need to have a book of the numbers in front of me, and then I'll know it straight away. But to be fair, my aerial is terrible, and it just keeps cutting out all the time, so I can't really make out much. But tell us that Giroud effort there. That was. He just didn't get any connection to it, did he?
Nah. What's happened to... Is Abraham injured? He's not, is he?
No, he's not injured. Apparently, he's just out of form, and it doesn't seem to fit the system with the particular players that Llama likes to play, and it just doesn't seem to work. And I don't know, there's something about Abraham. He doesn't seem to, a bit like Giroud tonight, doesn't seem to take his chances whatsoever. But...
Strange.
But talking to King Tyster, how to become a member, just go on the YouTube app, and quite simply put, there's a button which says join. So it will say join, and
made it dead easy.
Yeah, it's quite simple.
Dead easy.
You're a member, aren't you, Llama?
Yeah.
What did you? Yeah. I don't know how much you watched of my members only video last night. Kind of listening into Jason's stream, and obviously you were there and everything. I don't know if you heard my impression of you. But
I did actually. I was going to bring that to your attention. Actually,
well, you've got a very softly spoken Scottish tone to you. Hold on a minute here, Pulisic into the area on to Loftus-Cheek, but it's been blocked out. And now Aaron's. No, it's not. It's not Aaron's. Well, what's going on here? A player being taken down by Pulisic, and the camera's focused on a Pulisic. There's a chance that there could be a yellow card coming out at some point for Pulisic, because his number's been marked by the referee.
That is accidental there, though.
Yeah,
I've just seen it.
It's McLean.
He's not done that deliberately.
McLean looking like he was shot there.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah, what do you think about these members videos?
No, I like them. That's what I was saying just before I kind of cut off, and I'll probably get cut off again. To be honest with you, let's just play it straight here. I think they're really, really good. You're getting that bit extra that you're subscribed or paying for, and it's quality as always. And I think that's the thing. I know you mentioned it at the start of the stream, but as like myself, Boona, and there's a load of us, or a good few of us anyway, that are all here to help Elite grow and continue to grow. And these are the kind of areas that we can be posting these types of videos as well. So the members if you are a member, you're going to get a dolly mixture of various content, but to a good quality. So no, I did listen to it last night after your impression of Wiz and then me. I think you had one Resi Desi today as well. Thrown in the mix.
Hello,
no, really good.
Steve-O. How's it going, my friend? No, I can do it. My favourite is G-Wiz. G-Wiz is... It's what? Come on, it'll be Jason be like, hello, G-Wiz. That's not my impression of Jason. It's just a standard voice. Hello, G-Wiz. How's it going? Hey, boom, boom, boom. All right, Jace. How's it going, mate? All right. But he's got he's got a real deep lungs to him.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I can do with him is just laugh. It'd be... it's got quite that. It's like a Sid James style.
Yeah.
Laugh, to be honest with you.
Who's the Dolly Parton of the Discord?
William, dangerous crossing straight into Krul's arms there.
But no, I think you've got to be chuffed to bits though the way Elite in this Discord's grown this season. You know, I think I know Jason mentioned it yesterday when he was doing streams, and there was only like 10 of us in it.
Yes.
About 18 months ago, perhaps something like that. You know, and everything's just went up and up and up, and I think it's great. And I think the people out there, I think like your Twitterers and your Facebookers and all that, will be loving it. That there's, you know, there's this new stuff here, and it's not all samey. If a player's bollocks, we'll tell them that he's bollocks. You know, we won't hold back.
Llama, I think that's about £5 you owe us.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. But do you know what I mean? Though it's you know, why we ain't going to give you stats on stuff. There's better presented areas in the medium that'll be able to provide that for you if that's your thing. If heat maps is your thing, it's not going to come via Elite. We'll just tell you as it is. Like Alonso would have a great heat map now, wouldn't he? He's been all over that park, but in reality, he's done nothing. You know, he's put in some great crosses, but great crosses ain't going to get you points, are they?
Well, talking of doing nothing, we are approaching half time, and I will be going off air. But the good news is, everybody, is that the Llama, Daily Llama, Linguistic Llama, will be covering the second half in a test stream. Do not let that put you off. It's kind of like a test stream for the future of Elite FPL. We've got a couple more, we're a minute or so left of this specific stream, and then we're going to hand you over to Linguistic Llama. Drazera asking if I could do an impression of him. I've never really attempted an impression of you, Drazera. This could be a... Oh, are you going to do one Linguistic? Sorry, are you going to do one Llama?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I can do it. It's kind. Alonso with a cross. Oh, Alonso onto Giroud. Giroud kind of headed it back to Alonso. The ball played out to Alonso again. Alonso onto Pulisic. Pulisic, will he be able to get one final crossing? Yes, he does. And it's onto Giroud. He scored.
Oh, has he actually?
Yes. Pulisic onto Giroud. Goal. Goal.
Just watching it now. Alonso. I thought I was actually not far behind, but obviously I'm.
Get in.
There
we go. Pulisic assist. Giroud goal. Well, he finally got his goal. It's been coming and coming and coming. Finally, the gates have been opened. And Llama, you've got a goal for this particular game to be talking about in your stream. And hopefully this will open the doors to more goals. Finally, the backline's be broken.
Exactly. No, what I'll do is I'll leave just now, just to get everything set up. If any of the lads or that are in the stream just now want to come into the lounge, like what we did in the old days, just hang about in the waiting room, and then I'll drag you in one at a time or whatever into the lounge. So just in the same Discord that we're in now, and the guys know that anyway. And then I'll get you in. But yeah, I shall go just now, say thank you very much to yourself, Steve-O, for this evening. Anyone that does come across, obviously it's much appreciated. We'll talk about it while we're there. And thanks very much, and take it easy. Speak to you soon, Steve-O.
Yeah, cheers.
Take care of yourself, pal. And sorry about the cutting out. I have no idea what it is. What I'll do is I'll just launch this PC out the window after tonight, right, and get myself a new one, I think. So, no, take care, folks. I'll speak to you soon, just in a minute or so.
There we are. There's Llama there, and appreciate Llama there for his co-hosting for this first half, where he is now going to be covering the second half. It's as simple as it gets here. And thank you, Zapped YA, for your pictures that you've been uploading into Team Screenshots. I really do appreciate it, pal. And yeah, Giroud has scored the goal. It's 1-0 to Chelsea at half-time. I'm now going to be going off air. And what I will do for all you guys watching now is I will do a Drazera impression of him doing the old admin. But before I finish, let me just quickly get up the fact that, yep, it is half-time here. It is 1-0 to Chelsea. a Olivier Giroud goal, and a Pulisic assist. So Fire Talk, your captains come through. So here we go. Okay. He's got quite a Drazer is another one with quite a soft voice. It's kind of like, well, lads. If you want to be a elite FPL member, just hit that. I'm doing a terrible job here. Essentially, if you've enjoyed the stream and you're not a subscriber to the show, then just simply hit the subscribe button. We are a regular daily streaming service. If you've enjoyed the content tonight, just simply hit the like button. And, of course, make sure you join in the Llama Lounge in 2 seconds. Just basically go to... Llama Lounge now. Link will be somewhere. Just type in linguistic Llama and you'll be able to find him covering for his test stream, and hopefully you will go there. People saying that was a rubbish impression. Like I said, it was just off the cuff. I would need Drazer to come live on air and I'll be able to try and pick up on his things. But other than that, as Firetalk said, good night, Steve-O. And all I will say is good night, everybody. Appreciate you all joining me for the first half of Chelsea versus Norwich, where it's ended at half-time 1-0 to Chelsea, thanks to that man there, Giroud. Cheers, guys, and I will probably see you tomorrow for a members-only video, but hopefully a lot of you will be going on to the Llama Lounge. Take it easy, guys.